Welcome to Shard Hunters, session 113. This is a homebrew Pathfinder 2nd edition campaign. And we are starting late because we did a whole bunch of uh, shopping and upgrading and things of such. But I'll kick it over to GM to give us a little update.
All right. Previously, our heroes took the long trek from the Dwarven fortress up to the homeland of the D's that they've found out about, the Snow Elves. And they are right now at the entrance to the Snow Elf territory. And during that time, they managed to finalize the shopping they had done before they left the Dwarven Citadel and had time to retrain in a few abilities to basically tailor themselves a little bit better to what they want to do. All right, you are outside of the entrance to the terrain that is considered Snow Elf territory. The only thing you really note is when they walk into the area, there's these little, not totem poles, but something that you would imagine seeing in a snowy Northland where it's like a couple sticks, like trees shoved together and some ornamentation to make it obvious that this is an area that's guarded. Even monsters would recognize those symbols going into this area.
Like a demarcation kind of thing.
Yeah.
They're marking territory.
Yes. And the markings include some animal bones and things like that. And basically, they just look very ominous so that a random passerby is not going to go, hey, let's go wandering over there.
These look like very welcoming people. Let's go see if they have anything we can use.
At this point in time, most of the snows have thawed in the areas you've been traveling through. But you notice in this area, it's still quite cold, and in the shadows, snow is still on the ground. And you can feel a chill wind blowing from the north in a swirly pattern over this area. It's like it's generating its own cold. And as the caravan comes inward, after a few minutes, a squad of soldiers, which is the only way to explain them, comes up wearing white armor, and they look like they are prepared for war. They talk to some of the guards, and then they ride off. And you notice there's probably about 15 people in that squad that came up to check on the interlopers. And after a while, the caravan stops at a lodge house. Looks like a standard lodge house like you would find in a northern man's territory that is a fairly large. Imagine like a big giant ski lodge type thing, but with a big giant A-frame roof so that the snow can roll off and things like that. Big fireplaces to keep warm and things like that. And in the distance, you can see a small hamlet. The only thing you notice is none of them have chimneys in the distance, only this house here. Well, you notice that, remember that in the Dwarven Citadel, most of the snow elves couldn't stand being in the warm area. They had to work in the freezer.
Oh, yeah. So they're accustomed to being cold all the time anyway.
Yep. So they don't even bother with heating their houses. They only heat for cooking.
So that must either be a guest house or an inn or something.
Yep. And the caravan leads us to this big lodge-looking area, and they tell us to stop here while the rest of them keep on traveling. And our guide that's with us stops and says, all right, unfortunately, I can't allow you into our main holdings because our order has some fairly strict rules. I'm pretty sure by now you've realized almost none of us give our names out. We all have funny little nicknames and things like that. Well, that's because we're not allowed to be known in this world. We're not part of this world. We've got a job to do, and we stick to it. And if you're not part of that job, you're not allowed to be here. That's why we have this guest house for anyone who comes to visit and needs to conduct business with us.
So if we were a telepath and were able to know what your name was, would that be a good thing or a bad thing?
If we found out that you know, it would be a bad thing for you.
Good thing druids don't do those kind of things.
I'll tell you this. In the past, the order has been a little less friendly when it comes to taking care of those who violate our rules. We used to hire assassins if needed. Now we have our own.
Also noted. Don't worry, Akar. I won't tell them about your
you notice a group of people riding up. They're on big, giant horses that are almost woolly in look.
Ooh, those look cool.
It's like the size of a Clydesdale, but woolly. And off the horses hop the 3Ds that y'all met in Norm.
Look at D's nuts just jumping off their horse like that. Just no abandon. No worry.
The one that was the wizard is like, oh, har, har, har. So y'all guys haven't changed much. Other than he stares at Nita. Well, maybe some changes.
Hey, you might want to pull that wizard staff out of. I'm gonna look over, see Winky. Never mind, there are children around.
Is
What
What
do
are
you
y'all
have to
doing
say?
up here?
we're trying to get to the Dwarven Citadel.
Oh, you're going to try to visit the Snow Dwarves. Good luck.
We have news of the Deadlands and how things occurred there.
You went to another place? Did you turn it into lava too?
No,
Oh,
we made it a forest.
okay. That one you're going to have to explain with more than just saying we made it into a forest.
No, just the difference. We didn't burn it. We made things grow. I want to heavily put on the fact there that good things happened as we left.
Was everyone who lives there destroyed?
No comment.
Mostly?
No, at this point, the three of them were actually being friendly to y'all.
You know, things grow really well in fertilizer. Lots
Would
of
make a
ash.
forest grow.
Yep.
Considering everything there was dead and evil as far as I'm concerned, sounds like it was a good thing.
Mm-hmm. So the Deadlands are now not so dead.
That's actually really good. We might have to send some people out there to explore. I guess that would be enough information to get you in. Although be careful, the Deadlands being the Deadlands isn't the most important thing. I'm assuming you went there because of their old citadel?
Yes.
There was an old citadel there. What? We missed the giant citadel?
No, I think he's talking about Amberol.
Oh, the town. Or fortress.
Barzul is the one we're trying to go to, and Amberol is the one that was the Deadlands. Is that correct?
I can't tell you without looking at my notes, so I'm sure you're right.
Okay.
Something to those effects.
We use the correct names and everybody understands what's going on.
Yes. We're not going to bother with the facts that much, 100%. But along those lines, we went to the one that was in the Deadlands, and now we're trying to head to the one that's in the frozen north.
When did Winky learn polymorph?
What?
Right after he learned sleep.
He appears to have turned into a cow.
All right. So, as I said, you notice the D's are actually being very friendly to you. It's strange considering they were never unfriendly previously, but they were never personable and they never actually just chatted with you.
Somebody want to see if their disposition has changed, their alignment has changed, or be asking this quietly to Eve and.
Is there any
the only one
chance?
that could check that, right?
I mean, we could also ask.
They're not going to be honest with us.
They're being friendly.
Doesn't mean they're being honest.
We helped him with the
Yeah, y'all
the
seem to
link.
have a different disposition to us right now. Did we break down some walls, some social cues or something? Or you
I
just
apologize. We were on mission, and on mission, we're not supposed to have personalities. We're supposed to do our job.
You know what? That would probably help us out.
That's commendable.
That all
Uh,
tied to your cold wind?
Yes. And now that things have returned to normal and our report has been made, apparently the higher ups they're not unhappy that y'all came to visit. Which is surprising because not many outsiders are given the actual welcome to stay in our lodge.
It's a breath of fresh air.
I see there was one house with a chimney, some smoke.
Yes, the visitors' lodge.
Where are we going?
Sorry.
Only those who are deemed worthy are allowed to spend the night at all on our lands, but they can't enter still.
Sorry if I missed that earlier. Minotaur head.
No worries.
Is there a way to get across the lands without entering them?
There's really nothing to go because the only thing further north from here is the frozen spine of the world. And it's nothing but ice year round and nothing but creatures that are, frankly, the kind of things nobody wants to go see. We don't
But
even go that far north.
But if we went and killed them, we'd be strong enough to maybe fight the Quel'Tha off.
I think only the elves in your group would even survive in that area. Because your ordinary clothing would do nothing to protect you from the weather.
Okay.
It's even cold enough that we feel the need to put on extra clothing when we go up there.
Wow, that's cold.
And anything that's in liquid form pretty much freezes almost instantly up there. Which I can tell you is not fun to go to the restroom.
You read my mind.
Just thinking about that.
Yes, not a pleasant experience. We make all of our candidates go up there at least once to know what real cold feels like. But I do have to say thank you with all your assistance in returning our lost charge. I guess that'd be the right term to use.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Little-
Yes, our primary order, if you hadn't guessed, is to make sure that that stays where it's supposed to stay.
Interesting.
Yep.
Because it's too dangerous to be allowed to roam the world. But so far,
Understandable.
no one's been able to do anything to kill it either.
Yeah.
Well, let me phrase that. It has been killed about 5 times so far throughout history, and that doesn't stick. Which surprises me that the Titans themselves are gone. I mean, this is just one of their children.
Perhaps it has a special power.
I'd venture to say that the Titans are not as gone as you think either.
That is one of the theories that some of our occultists have.
Is there any way we could speak with them about their knowledge of the Titans? I mean, it is kind of one of the things we're looking into as well.
We can send you our historian.
I
Does
have a
anybody
feeling
remember what our goal is up here?
Trying to get into the Dwarf Fortress
Dwarf
to try to
Fortress.
find information about what was shipped to them.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Something was shipped to them.
would these guys know?
Your current theory is it's either a piece of the tablet or it's a part of the Titans.
Right. So we've had some experience with Titan parts, obviously. Have we shared this with them previously?
No,
We talked a lot when we were with them.
Yeah,
yes, you
I just can't
told them
remember
more
what we
about
told
the
them.
Titans than you did about the tablet or anything else.
Okay. So would they know anything about the shipment?
No,
Or
because
would
it was a
be-
dwarven shipment only, and elves and dwarves would not have shared that information between each other.
Right. Would they know who we would need to talk to?
Well, that's the guy we've got with us. He's going to be the one. He's
would
the
make
one
that
that has the
connection.
contact to get us to at least talk to them first, so that we can try to give them enough information for them to allow us in to find out more.
So
Okay.
it's just a
Sounds like-
happy little coincidence that the
This
very
guy has
people that we helped in a totally different town at a totally different time just happened to come up at this moment.
They're traveling through the same space. Yeah. Worked out well.
The guy that's the wizard steps back, and you can recognize he's doing a message spell.
Message for you,
Oh my gosh.
After a while, you see another one of the horses riding up this way. And our guide that's been guiding us here, he's like, I need y'all to stay with the D's here, and I've got to conduct a little bit of business, and then we'll be ready to head over to the Dwarven Citadel. Probably in the morning we'll head out.
Can I attempt to turn into an insect and hide on his cloak to find out what his business is?
You can attempt, but you don't know if it's going to work, and everyone's watching you.
I mean, like, I would wait until he's turned around and try and slip out and do something.
There's dozens
I'll
of
roll
people
what you'd like me to
standing
roll.
around.
Gonna be
There's dozens of people standing around, and you're out in the open.
Right, the better to blend in. If there's
No.
12 people, one person missing is not as noticeable.
apologies to the stream. I gotta fix the sound real quick.
Okay.
Are you done? Are you working on it now? Sorry. Do you want me to wait or continue?
You can continue.
Okay.
I'm good now.
As the horse approaches, it stops, and a shriveled old elf hops off. This elf looks positively ancient. And he comes dawdling over with a big staff. As he approaches, he stops and just kind of eyes each of you one at a time. He looks to Eve first, looks to Winky, looks to Akar, looks to Hatala, looks to Kor,
A slight bow.
looks to Nita,
I'm going to do a face back at him.
and he walks up. Greetings, strangers. I take it y'all are the ones from Orm?
We are.
As he approaches, he maneuvers himself to keep Kor, Akar, and Nita the furthest away from him when talking.
Once who I wasn't paying attention.
I am the historian. I have been told you need assistance.
We're trying to learn more about the Titans as well as the Quel'Ath, the attacks upon this realm.
Yes, yes. I can actually give you decent information on the Quel'Ath. Decent information on the Titans themselves. Nothing on our charge. But, yes. That is easy enough. What particular are you looking for with the Titans?
Is there a reason that you seem to be trying to stay away from, and I gesture to the 3 members of our team?
I can detect you're almost all tainted.
With?
Titan
Oh, the Titan deal.
I feel like that information
feel
would be
that
good to know.
3 of you are extremely tainted. And then there's him, and he just points at a car with a dagger look in his eyes.
Yeah.
I know he's not the one we hate, but he looks like the one we hate.
What do you mean by the one you hate?
Remember, he's got like brothers and sisters that all look like him, and they're all like the same people.
We want him to give us more information. Shut up.
Well,
know
it doesn't
that
know any more
information.
than we do.
Oh, I'm sure you know about his history.
Well, we just learned some of, well, I don't know if we learned his history, but it sounds like we learned like some history of his ancestors or something.
Yeah, one of his ancestors was born of a Titan, and that ancestor was, the best I can say, was he inherited an inability for death to be permanent. So that every time he died, a new him would just be him. And so all of them were him, but they were not him. And it's very confusing. The lore does not make much sense.
They just split.
Well, no, it's like they have children, and all the children look just like him, but they're individuals until he dies, and then they're him.
So the one you hate is that one.
So
Well,
hold on,
he
can I
abandoned us.
ask a meta kind of question? Is it like IP man and metaverse kind of concept of consolidation of power of entity? Is that what you're saying? Like once one dies,
Basically, there's an energy source that is the primary one, and whenever that one dies, the next one in line becomes that again.
You see,
Okay.
so what
with
that's
that
going to mean
with that
is that
consciousness or with that power?
The power comes to the person, and the consciousness comes to them as well.
it means
So
that
then
if
they
that
become like
dude,
a split personality, or it overtakes the personality completely.
Hold on, Tala?
nope, actually that gets me to where I was trying to say it 10 minutes ago. Go ahead.
Basically, there's always one of him.
Okay.
And if there's no more of him, a new one of him will even be born if needed. But if there's a descendant, that descendant will become him.
That means either this guy has been lying to us the whole time, he's this bad one, or based off of the way this nice man has told us that it's not him, this is a nice, a little oddly when I say that, but a nice good Akar who isn't bad, who eventually might get taken over by somebody else and murder us.
No. Let me rephrase that. He's not a bad man because he murders people.
That what? Is there more?
No, he's actually a very nice person. He's a mercenary who killed for a cause. He was an assassin from days of old.
Do you know their cause?
Not for pleasure, not for fun, but because someone needed someone bad removed.
He was a fixer.
Yes, he was employed by our order for several centuries.
So
He's
is it
one
like
of
a
the few
title?
non-elves who were joined unto us.
So is it like a title or like a
Originally, we thought it was just a title, but eventually, one of our previous historians realized it was the same person. We thought it was just a hereditary title and ability passed through generations until we realized it was just one person being reborn.
So does this end up with like a Dr. Fate-esque scenario where you have like a figurehead of the person and that consciousness within them?
More like
From
the
what I
Dread Pirate
understand,
Rob. No, I'm kidding.
those that were born of them looked like him and were ready to become him at any point in time, but he didn't erase them. They still had their personality, so every time he became a different one, he was slightly different, but you could still see and feel him in there.
So the doctor.
He would basically have all of
But
his
take
some
over
knowledge throughout time. Yes, like the doctor.
Okay.
It's
All
more
right.
like a regeneration.
I am definitely intently looking at a car and like trying to look in his eyes. I'm trying to see how many people are in there. Is there a war going on inside of his mind? Is he?
Like basically, whenever the one dies, the memories and abilities are passed to whichever the next one is.
I'm gonna lean over to a car and say, I don't really care what this wrinkly old raisin has to say. I don't think you have anything to worry about. We got your back.
Okay, cool.
But
I pretty much don't remember anything, so yeah.
the other him is the one we hate.
So is
Raven
that
Boy?
The
Is
one with
Raven-
the crows.
Is the one with the crows like the guy right
I
now,
think it
or is he
is.
just? Oh, he is.
I think we're not certain because we don't know if the last original died because something happens long ago, and we haven't seen a new one since.
He may just be some weirdo with a bunch of birds.
Well, no, the crow was always
His symbol.
his call sign in our group was the crow.
Oh, okay.
He's always had an affinity with them long before Order even came to be.
It was because of his murderous intent.
He was known as the Crow before the Titans had children that we know of. From what we understand, he may have been one of the first children of the Titans.
Interesting.
So there's no telling how old he is. He could predate all other species on this world.
Except crows.
No, he just adopted crows.
Maybe
Maybe
made
he
the crow?
created crows.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Crow god.
But remember, crows are carriers of the soul to the departed. That's one of the legends about them, and he's the descendant of death.
It's true.
It would fit.
So, does that mean that a car is also?
A crow?
I know, no.
Oh,
Um,
sorry. I was just like taking logic and just.
It's not a transitive property of matter. It's like a transitive property of power. So, he is the death conduit in his own flavor.
And his flavor is crow?
Guess that would be one way to put it because I can sense the Death Stones within him.
He's Robin Hood flavored.
Who's Robin Hood?
Oh, sorry, it's just kind of a name that came to me.
He's
Because the other guy's a crow. and
Hold
this
on
is-
a minute. Hold
I
on a
know.
minute.
That was.
Son,
He's got a hat.
pointing to Core.
Yeah.
You've talked to the Fire Titan, haven't you?
He,
You're a champion.
he's spoken in my mind, in my dreams.
You're not an exemplar.
First I've
I mean,
heard
he's
that
okay.
word.
He's not great.
What is an exemplar? Is that the Primarch?
Yeah, sorry. The term's been used throughout the years. There's different words for the same thing. Exemplar, first, chosen, Primarch. No, you're a chosen. Okay. I knew something was up. I could not tell what. Your reading is different than most everyone I've met. And the three of you, it's not like anyone I've ever seen infected before. Like, he points to the gnome. He's just got a regular infection. Nothing special about him. But the three of you, something is up with the three of you.
Winky, it's just your infection he's talking about normal. You are spectacular.
You're very special individual. Just sick and infected.
Apologize, gnome. I did not mean to insult you in any way. I just
Look.
meant that your touch with the Titans is just the common kind, not a special bond.
He's got a completely shade of blue. You've hurt his feelings.
But you,
Me?
for one, you don't shut up, which is just, But also, I
Sorry, I
can't
had
get a
verbal
reading on
diarrhea.
you. I sense all the Titans.
Yup.
Proudly
I like to
displaying
touch pretty rocks.
It's a
course.
dwarven thing.
Look, they just
And
kind of call
you-
to me.
A car, is it?
Yes, that's what I mean.
You are inflicted with the Titans, but your sense. It's more like you're one of the creatures that we guard.
It's interesting. What creatures do you guard exactly?
The ones
I'm
that are
sure you've met our charge.
the
Oh.
there were children of the Titans.
Like the worm? That big worm dude?
The worm, not like the worm. The worm.
Yeah, there are children of it that are what we call worms.
Do you? Is it like that one guy that was he was in that building? It was where he met the what was it?
Just a long
In the
time
Lonely
ago.
Mountain? The guy that was
It was
changed,
when we met the
Oh yeah, the
the
he had
grandson?
Child
Quelith.
of-
He had Quelith and
Yeah, the guy that was the grandchild of the Earth Titan.
yeah, that
I
guy.
can't remember his name right now.
Was it Earth or Death?
It was Earth, but
It
he was
was Earth.
infected with Quilloth. Wasn't it Tarkus or something like that?
That sounds
Something
pretty
like
close
that.
to it.
I've actually got a thing for him, so hold on. Let me see if I can find him real quick. Tarakas.
Yeah. Hey, that's easy to remember now. We got to remember his name is Tarak. Tarakas. He's the grandchild of the Earth Titan.
He rocks.
And for
Rakas.
those who haven't seen it in a long time,
That's a lot of muscles.
Yeah, we got to see him up close.
Is that Winky's hammer?
no, that was his hammer.
Winky's hammer could probably fit inside that hammer.
Probably.
And it's got a butt on one side.
It's got a
Because
what?
that-
A flattened butt.
More than 6 feet tall, and his hammer was probably more than 8 feet tall.
We should turn the butt into a button. I don't know what it needs to do, but it would be amusing.
It needs to.
Yeah, that guy was actually a direct descendant and had full claim over his power. But yeah, it's. You don't read like all the others. And you don't seem to be consumed with death.
Oh, he's consumed. I mean, what's the right word? Obsessed.
Hey, I'm getting
Addicted.
better about
Addicted. That's the word.
That. Getting better about that.
Well, I
Can you
mean, are
confirm
you getting
stones?
better or have you not had to face it yet? That's the question.
Can you consume stones?
He does not do it with
I've-
his mouth.
I cleanse them and absorb them. Yes.
You remove the taint?
Yeah.
You okay, Nina?
Yes.
Hold on a minute. He goes back, and you can see him doing a message spell again. And someone runs off. And
Maybe a
as
halfway
you're,
paying
as you all are chatting, eventually a man comes up holding a case.
Like, what kind of case is it? Like fancy?
It's fancy, and as soon as it approaches, a car feels it.
Yeah, I know what you got in there, buddy.
Are you?
But if you want to keep them, you might want to keep them in the box.
I think this is a
You
test.
can purify them.
Are you feeling
It's
like
a
a
test.
draw that
this
you
is a
can't
test.
resist?
It's a test. It's a test, a car.
Can you
Car is
resist
a
it this
test.
time?
It's a
No, they
test.
want him to purify the
Well-
crystals. Shut up.
Yeah, but it's also a
I'm doing-
test.
I'm doing
They
fine.
the case is handed to the old man, and he opens it, and inside of it is about a fist-sized chunk of dull gray stone.
All right, I get up behind a car. I'm grabbing his shoulders. You got this. You can do it. You can do it. You got it, man. You can do this.
You're
You're gonna be
strong.
all right.
You're strong.
Opens, you can see what looks like 5 or 6 eyes looking out of the stone.
That's disturbing.
Hey, that matches your one. Car, that matches yours.
We don't talk about that. So
This
what
stone has
exactly do you
killed
want me
10 people so far.
It's killed 10 people.
10 people, converted them to Qualoth and drained them into the stone.
Wait.
Interesting.
You definitely need to purify this.
This is
Don't
one
suck
of the
'em
most cursed objects we've ever found.
Purify, but don't suck in.
I don't know if I can control that.
That's what I'm saying. You got this.
Oh, don't
This is
inhale.
a test.
Is that how you deal with the taint? You purify but don't suck in?
Let me know if you need
It's
to
like,
set it on
all right,
fire, maybe.
I'll give them a shot. So go and grab the stone.
I didn't know the stones could suck people into them.
That is new.
Does that mean a car has somebody in him and that's why he has the eye?
I don't think so. I think that's the Titan's eye.
Okay.
The car, as you approach it, you can feel the Quelith inside of the stone. You actually feel them there.
Oh, they're Qualith inside. the stone.
Ooh.
And as
Oh,
you
we don't like
approach, they are at first they start looking like they're trying to reach out of the stone and grab you. But then as you approach closer and start activating your power, you see them trying to run to the other side of the stone. And as your power flashes out from your hands, the stone goes mirror black and reforms into a perfect sphere.
Ooh.
Hey, look at that! I want to set it back down in the case if at all possible.
You did.
When you set it back down, it's nothing but a little pebble. The rest of it's gone.
Oh.
And the pebble, you can tell, has enchantments on it.
Look at that, guys.
And he looks in.
Got something on it. Some type of enchantments.
That I know what happened. Someone made that on purpose.
Oh yeah. To what end?
That cursed pebble there is basically a portal spell.
Interesting.
I'm going to have to research this. Eventually, I will send someone to find you wherever you are. I
Okey-dokey.
have to go look in our books. I've seen these symbols before.
Did he cleanse all of the stones or just?
That entire conglomeration of stone was cleansed and all the Quel'The expelled.
But did he suck in the stone?
The stone itself was absorbed by him.
Ah, dang it! You didn't do it.
I tried.
I'm sorry. I was excited. I thought
All
you
right.
did. It's okay. You're got this next time. Unless that's what you're supposed to do, then just keep doing that. I don't know what to say.
He pulls out a little monocle and he's looking at the item. He looks at you and he's like,
Hi.
and he
Wait.
backs away, closing the case.
What'd you see there? You seem spooked. Was
You have an
surprised.
eye on your chest.
Yeah.
I told you that like 3 minutes ago.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
it
sure
doesn't. It doesn't blink either. It's very.
No, no.
Yeah, it's very.
He puts it
disconcerting.
back on. Whoa. He looks at a car. Ooh. And he looks at Core. Oh. He looks at everyone else.
Well,
Aw.
while you have the IP sensor, I have a quick question for you concerning
Yes.
concerning a car. Is he wearing pants right now?
I don't see anything but magic with this.
Oh, okay.
Wait, can you see a car? I mean not a car's. Core's magic fire hand.
Yes.
Is it what?
Magic
Fire
fire
hand.
hand.
Whole arm.
Interesting. Yes. Okay. I see. I think I understand what's going on. Again, I'm going to have to consult our books. After you finish with the dwarves, return, please. I may have a task for you all.
Interesting. Okay.
Side quest.
Brew quest.
Do you know how many days it will take to get to the Dwarven Fortress?
Let's see. I don't think I've ever left here my whole life, so let me ask someone. And he brings over one of the guards and asks them, and they're like, hold on. Basically, they're trying to do numbers on their hands, trying to figure things out. And it looks like most of these guys that are around here aren't the brightest people in the world. They weren't hired for that.
Are they all elves?
Everyone here is a snow elf.
But they're dumb?
If we get a map, could we tell how long it would take?
It'll take 2 days to get there.
Okay. So is it late in the day or early in the morning?
At this point, it's about 10 in the morning.
Should we get moving?
would the guide be ready today or tomorrow, or do we want to sit down and have some time to work on some
Well,
things?
all we got, did we get information on, I guess we got Quel'Ath and Titan information from him.
Which, after you finish with the dwarves, you're welcome to come back because he asked you to.
Okay.
So basically, they're going to take the rest of the day to get ready to travel to the Dwarven Fortress. And then in the morning, everyone will leave and head that way, and it'll take 2 days to get there.
Yes.
Anything you want to do during the day?
Yes. Just kind of approaching each kind of person individually, just kind of apologizing for being so short with everyone. Trying to catch them individually.
Each person in town?
No, in the party.
Oh,
During the, just kind of explaining how the werewolf stuff was affecting me during the full moon. Catching up to Eve, just trying to just tell her that I just wanted to apologize for being so short with you when you were talking to me about going off and transforming into a werewolf. It's just I feel like it's like an ugly part of me. I just didn't want to show anybody. I was just trying to handle it on my own.
It's okay, Core. It's just your time of the month. We understand. You know?
No, that's wrong.
We understand, man. We get it, but we're here for you. You know, if you need anything, so let us know if we can do something. Don't feel like you have to take this on all by yourself. I mean, look at Nita. I mean,
Oh, don't look at me.
I mean, if anybody you could talk to, you know.
Yeah, you're good. Don't worry about it. If I can deal with looking like this, you'll be okay. I don't have as much of the emotional reaction. Maybe it's because I'm more zen than you are. You're not centered.
Well, it's because you got that fancy new blade.
For some reason, I want to create a curse like lycanthropy that's for turning someone into another creature. Because if you got werewolves and werebears and wererats and all those things, but a werehuman. Humans don't know about them because humans, if a human bites a human and they turn into a human, they're not going to notice any difference.
They're just cranky when the moon's up.
Your hair just gets slightly longer.
It's the explanation for all the astrology people. It's actually that they're werehumans.
You just crave
When
a
the
lot
moon is
more
in
meat.
wet retrograde, it's just really that everybody's just affected.
I gotta have a steak tonight, guys. I'm really feeling it. Something about the mood every time I meat.
But then imagine a human biting like a dwarf, and once a month they turn into a human.
They just get a little taller and lose some hair.
Yeah, their beard
Lose
shrinks.
some hair.
No, not the beard.
Their hair falls out and it takes
Yeah,
them a
it's
whole
just
month to grow it out again.
They just monthly hair loss. They don't know what's going wrong with them. Once a month, they get really tall and their hair all falls out.
They get really
They
tall.
hit their head on all the doorways.
What is this? I'm accurately proportioned.
Okay. So anyone do anything else?
Was there any crafting you wanted to do, Atala? Could be working on that during the day.
I mean,
I know you had mentioned it.
I don't know what time I have. I don't know if I have enough time to actually do anything.
Well, what do you want to? Well, I mean, let's just talk through it.
Well, I don't know. Initially, what we had discussed while we were shopping the other day was that the rune we got for Winky, we'd like to be able to remake that at some point, but I just don't feel like I am to that level yet.
Well, why don't we look at it together?
Well, I mean, I don't think we can do it now, is all I'm saying.
And
What do
neither
you
are
want?
gone to that level yet.
Is there
I mean-
somebody here, maybe?
No, I don't think that that's necessarily a goal we have right now. It definitely is something that's soon. What's the level on that, Charles?
13.
So, I mean, yeah, very soon we'll be able to tackle that obstacle. I'm not sure. You know, there's something. Eve, are you wanting to get work done on that object you were talking to me about before?
I guess in your free time. It's not like a need. It's just.
Well, then I can work on that. Charles, do you know what it is? Okay, I'm gonna send you a message.
I'm gonna do.
Winky and Adept, did you guys finish up my my other weapons? Reforged one of the hatchets.
Shoot. Never mind, Tatala. I forgot we do already have work to do.
Yeah, we kind of.
Winky and I are gonna go do that.
Yo, do you remember where we put the thing?
We didn't leave it back at the last camp, did we? Dude, I'm gonna have to like aerial form and fly back and get it and like catch back up with y'all.
Yeah.
All right, cover for me.
Okay.
I'm really concerned about what they're making now.
Me too. I thought it was a simple request.
You just see this bird just like fly out of
Was that a crow? He's here. He's here.
Well, what was the request you made, Core?
I was asking them to reforge one of my hatchets to a short sword and
gonna have a whoopee cushion
change
on
up
that thing.
some of the stuff on my other hatchet.
You're gonna attack and it's gonna go.
Yeah, I thought that could do it.
And at some point, I'm gonna get back with some kind of piece that I think that we forgot because I don't think we need any parts for this.
I mean, I thought
So-
Winky had a whole portable blacksmith forge.
I do.
Charles, if it's okay with
He
you,
just got
would you
away
like to
from leave.
would you like to randomly roll for what random part Nita picks up to add on to Core's weapon? Like, we've forgotten what it is. Neither Winky or I can remember what we're supposed to be doing to this thing.
So instead of just asking
Adept's
me,
like-
this is you could.
Yeah, we didn't ask. Nadept has turned into
Okay.
a bird and has
Yeah.
darted off.
I'm going
go
to
back
step out of the
store and pick
conversation.
this up.
Oh boy.
See how this RP goes.
Let's see what I come flying back with.
You can look up rhyming words to what he asked for.
Yes.
It's just a whistle, so every time you swing it, it's shoo, shoo. It's like the old Nerf football.
Alright, words that rhyme with sword, cord, roared, adored, horde.
Bored.
Lord
Yeah.
sword.
Where they remember sword, they just don't remember short sword.
Oh.
They make it
Yeah, that's what
wrong.
we should do. We should
the
make
wrong
like a
sword.
massively long sword.
I mean, it's a hatchet, so that you only have so
Long
much
sword.
material to work with.
Yeah, but maybe we make it like really razor thin.
It's like one of those long floppy
Oh.
claymores.
But guys, wart rhymes with short. So a wart sword, a support sword,
Did you see it? See it?
Sorry, what?
transport sword,
No, obviously I was not paying attention.
escort sword, Stuart sword.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna land. Hey, all right. So, found this guy in town said it'd be awesome for a sword handle. And I'm gonna pull out like this deer antler. Said it was like enchanted. He said it was like 5 gold. I had like 20 in my pocket that I stole from Core earlier. Don't tell him.
Oh, okay. I didn't
so-
think he had money, but okay.
Well, you know, he's been squirreling it away for his gambling thing, but
Oh,
he
crap.
thinks that he has a good hiding spot. But I've been like siphoning it off for cheese and beer.
He
So-
was over there with that over quite a while.
So, but yeah, here we'll use this deer antler in the pommel because he wanted something to do with a deer horn, I think, right?
Yeah. I think
Sounds
that's
right,
what
right?
it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you want us to roll for our crafting rolls on completing his
Yep.
deer
I
spike
can't
pommel?
roll.
I completely missed all this.
It's all good.
Actually, no. I'm not.
You weren't there anyway.
It's true.
You're talking to me about why you were short with us. Okay, so Core, I
don't-
forgive you for being short with us, and because I'm short all the time.
It's just that anger just gets under my skin.
Yeah.
I feel like it changed my whole mindset.
Do you feel like you're a different person now because of that?
It's just a lack of control. I was raised to control situations, and
Do you think this is why the gambling thing came up again? Because I don't feel like you had the problem before. And right when that happened, right after that, you started talking about it. You had everything under control. This thing comes in, starts messing with your mind.
gambling.
Or were you hiding it?
I feel like I've had this, as far as backstory wise. I think did we integrate it fully from Charles from way back, or do we? I think I initially
It's been a while.
Yeah. So backstory wise, let me get back into character. Now I've had this for a while. This, like, during training, I would sneak out and try to go gamble. It's just a way when I don't have control. It's a way for me to choose the lack of control, if that makes sense.
I think that makes sense. Why do you think I enjoy making things? It gets my mind off all the other things that bother me. All the things like people judging me or putting me in a place that I don't like to be, looking at me differently than I would like them to because I'm smaller and definitely powerful. I mean, in ways, but people don't see me that way, and so it's hard to accept that sometimes. And being able to have something that I can do, something that I can excel at, like this jewelry and art and building and making things, fixing things, gives me something to work through, so I can understand that.
Yeah, it's just I guess the entirety of everything. The whole werewolf bit is just part of it. I mean, there's the whole Quel'Tha stuff too. It's just, I read constantly to try to get something, but it's just I don't know. I feel like I'm just in a boat in the middle of a storm, just struggling with a rudder with a little bit of reading I can do.
You can't know everything, but I feel like you know way more than me, so.
Okay. Diacho gonna roll for your crafting while they're talking?
Sure.
That was kind of the plan.
Yeah.
But we
Now
did
that
so
Doug's
well,
talking.
everybody
Yeah.
got
Yeah, I
sucked
was
into
enjoying
it.
listening to it. Alright. Hey, we both rolled 30s.
Wow.
Between the two of y'all, I managed to finish the work.
Nice.
Sorry, I just saw your two messages to me that are like, hey, have you rolled? Hello.
we really did. We sucked them in.
I
We
was like,
sucked them
really
in, man.
enjoying it.
The whole point of it was so that y'all could roll with it, and we could do a RP while you did it.
My bad. Hey,
All
if we're
right.
not our first fans.
No kidding.
So that's how y'all spent your day.
Oh, can I do work on that
Yes, make your roll.
thing for her?
It's broken.
Everything.
No, it's
shifted up
sewer
for me.
level. None of it seems to be
Really?
working.
Okay.
Yeah, it seems like the whole back.
Okay, yes. You did great work, and you will finish that today.
Delivery for Eve.
Okay, nothing crazy happens overnight. Everything seems to be good.
Wow, so much focus.
All right,
So
today
intense.
passes without any major problems.
Yay.
Huzzah,
tell
huzzah.
you- The caravan tells you that they will be heading across a frozen lake Although at this time of the year, the could start cracking, but generally it doesn't go away.
Okay.
Is the caravan? It's not the caravan we were with from the.
Okay, we managed to make it off the ice, and after we cross, the ice starts cracking a bit, so when you come back, you're going to go a little bit further around.
4. I got it.
You can't freeze several miles of ice,
Or camp.
or you can't.
Don't argue with him or you'll fall in the next time you come through.
You just fell in.
I can't swim. I need help.
All right. You make it to a building, and it looks like a fort on a hill. There's a hill. It's more of a rocky outcropping and a stone bastion up top. Not the biggest thing in the world, but heavily defended. And up on the top, there are 3 very large mechanical ballistas.
Ballistas.
Yes, gigantic crossbows with arrows the size of trees.
Those things are cool.
Hey, we need one of those for the wagon.
Yeah.
And
We need
they're
it.
Here, take it.
heavily barbed arrows designed for killing dragons.
I mean, if it'll kill a dragon, it'll kill pretty much anything else, right?
What we do is we build it in the tree, in the gate room.
Oh,
What we do,
Oh, I like it. I like
we
it.
could put one on the back of the giant spider.
And just carry around a little miniature door with us. And we just open up and we all fire into it, and it just shoots a bolt out.
It's not miniature.
I mean, like miniature
giant-
door. So, like, you know,
Bo, a
3 by
miniature.
3
Whole
size.
door would probably be broken by the arrow trying to go through it.
What if you lined it up with like the front of the barrel of the thing, and made it like a shield that was a shield that had a door mounted on it? So you just like go in shield position.
You no longer carry any weapons. You just carry a door frame.
You are the door.
All right. Anyways, as you're approaching, you can see all the ballistas are aiming at the convoy.
Hmm.
If fired, each shot
Lovely.
would tear through the entire convoy, hitting everyone in the path.
Jeez.
Except us, because we are just built different.
No, this would insta-kill any of you.
Should we just go through the portal and let the wagon travel on its own with the animals following the rest of the caravan?
Perhaps we just continue walking and don't act suspicious.
I mean, they were coming
Terrible.
here on
Suspicious,
their own.
OP,
There had to be a reason. Like,
We just stay
Just don't
close
do
to the
anything.
other dwarves.
act natural. It's an oxymoron, but let's do it.
The
I'm gonna walk-
caravan stops, and the guy that was our guide rides forward on his own.
I'm gonna walk very unnatural.
He goes up to the gate of the fortress, and a couple dwarves come out. They chat for a little bit, and he points back to everyone, and you can see some arguing, but finally he signals and the caravan moves forward again. As you approach the entrance to the bastion, you notice the door does not open, but they stop in front of it. It's basically got a roundabout in front of the bastion, and the caravan rides up to the roundabout and starts unloading. Like, one vehicle gets there, unloads, the next one moves forward, unloads, and so they're unloading a big pile of goods, and then they're taking a payment of some kind from them until it looks like it's a coin. And
for that little-
eventually, after everything is done, the guide comes over to us. All right, I got you an audience with the captain, but I was hoping you'd be the more friendly guy. he's not here today, so
Okay.
you're gonna have to behave.
So you want me to just stay here with the wagon?
No, he wants to see everyone who's not one of us.
Oh,
How about you just
Okay.
kind of hold your thoughts to yourself?
I'll stay in the back with Eve. Hey Eve, just try and keep me from saying something stupid.
That's asking a lot, you know?
I know.
That's really asking a lot.
I'm gonna try my best, but me and the Archduke are gonna hang out, and maybe it'll keep me, calm. He seems to keep it all together, but he's also quiet.
He can sit on your shoulder and then he'll just like slap your mouth if you say anything.
Okay.
Anything.
Poke him in the earlobe. Hey, what did I say, buddy?
Yeah,
All
just
right.
like grab a
Me
tuft
too.
of beard and just yank.
You don't have no more beard. You're all fur, bro.
Just have a bald spot.
All right. The captain approaches. He's like, well, why on earth would we want to talk to any of you?
Well, we have news of Barzul. We know why it fell.
Really? Why is that?
Are we being let in? Is it the conversation now? Okay.
Do we know you even know anything about Barzul? It's a name that's been on registries for a long time. Humans have been trying to steal from it for centuries.
Have you heard any news of the dead being gone and it being cleansed?
No?
You will. And we can tell you why.
We can tell you it had to do with the war between them and the Kaminoans. The Kaminoans had infiltrated into it. It was part of their
Let's
last.
not give the guard all of the pie here.
Okay.
But what proof do you have about anything to do with Barzul?
Oh,
Um,
Surely we brought something.
Hey,
Show
how
him
long
the
is it
silver.
taking
What
us
bit
to
of
travel from
information
here?
can you give that only would be known by someone who's been there?
I show crucial evidence of us being there.
It's a sheet of paper. that shows
dangerous
crucial
gates
evidence.
under the cities.
We know of
did
the
we
not
Terror Gate.
in the
Hold
true.
on.
Do we happen to grab any of the broken gem?
No, sorry. Akar, Hatala was already saying something.
Oh, sorry.
I gotta get my thought again. The gates underneath the cities are purified, and the entrances to those areas are sealed again.
You know anything about the gates?
And the true Dwarven fortress
The Chaos Gate.
is now secure.
And Core, you say the Chaos Gate?
Yeah.
He gets a worried look on his face, sends a command, and the door starts to open, and a bunch of dwarves come out and get between you and the elves.
To isolate us from the elves.
Yes.
Did they accidentally isolate Eve in a car?
They're half elves.
They're not
Still,
snow
but-
elves.
They
But
split
they're-
them in two.
They're not that racist. They can tell the difference between a snow elf and a half elf.
There's now one regular human and one elf.
They put them together. But unfortunately, they're both left side human.
The captain's like, don't say another word. Come inside.
Okay,
Okay.
that worked.
That worked extremely well.
Kind of chaos like.
Hey, is the old wrinkly historian guy still there?
I doubt he left the village.
He's
He
never
told us.
left his town.
Yeah, he
Okay,
told us he
just
never
asking,
left
sorry.
before, so.
My bad. I'm just asking.
I am worried why they split us between the elves.
They didn't want us telling the elves anything.
I hope that's a simple.
They take you
explanation.
in, and he tells you that the chief would want to talk to you, and it would be a full day's travel underground.
Oh,
Ooh.
One of my
Do
favorite
I know
places.
where we're going?
Secret tunnel.
And they take you to an area that has a bunch of stairs going down.
Stairs.
You got that papoose thing that I can ride in, Core? Little baby satchel.
Is that a
Backpack
front thing
thing.
or is it
It's
backpack?
Baby Bjorn.
I mean, you can wear it either way. I just want a ride.
Yeah.
You want to ride midnight?
No, I don't know.
How
can
tall?
I
How tall is the
How
ceiling?
steep are the stairs?
ride a chicken?
Jack, you could ride Jack.
That
The
sounds
stat-
even more awkward.
The stairs
Ah,
are dwarf
he's a-
sized.
he's
They're
a
not
wolf.
human sized.
Oh.
So are they at a steeper or less, or are they at a greater or lesser incline?
Remember, dwarves have smaller legs, so they're not giant stairs.
Right. So if you had a shield or something,
You're not
could
going to
you
be
just-
riding a toboggan down the stairs.
Oh, come on, man.
Do we have a mattress?
You're being escorted by guards. You're going at the right air
We were just told to be on our best behavior.
Is there a banister?
There's not even railings. You can fall to your death easily.
How about a barrel?
That makes it even more fun.
It's
there's no-
basically Death Star levels of Pit of Doom.
Okay. Yeah, that's a little. I've got Featherfall.
I don't think the
Do you-
spell would
do you-
last long enough.
Hatala, do
I
you
can
need a
basically
piggyback
float.
ride?
I could float, yeah.
No, I'm good.
All right. After about an hour of walking down the stairs, you reach a flat area, and there is a wagon with donkeys set up. And he motions everyone to get in.
And Hatala, isn't
Okay.
that nice when the stairs are like your size?
I'm walking past him. I'm going up to the donkeys, and I'm says, "How you doing?" Ever since I had to calm donkeys, I want to make sure that they're cool with me before we travel with them.
Why'd she brush me off so much, Winky?
I don't know.
What's wrong with her?
Get in the cart.
I
I
think
just
she
got,
may have
like-
stepped on a pebble.
I mean, isn't it nice to have like things that are your size? Like, I know as a gnome, it must be nice too. It's like be able to have stairs that aren't made for like giants.
I
The
guess so.
captain is riding with you along with 3 of the guards. And they tell you that there are snacks in each of the wagons, because there's multiple wagons in this group.
Yes, snacks.
I'm gonna go look into the snacks.
It's a 24-hour ride.
So
Oh.
don't eat all the snacks immediately.
Second breakfast, third breakfast.
How,
Nom,
do
nom,
they
nom,
tell
nom.
us it's a 24-hour ride before or after?
They
we
told
leave?
us it was
you that.
a full day of traveling. They did tell us that before we even came down here.
It's just 90%
Oh.
cheese.
Winky, not Winky. Nita, were you trying to tell me something? I was excited when I saw the donkeys.
I forgot.
Oh,
Oh
sorry,
yeah.
buddy.
Oh,
Isn't it nice being down here with the dwarves? Like everything's made for people our size. Like
You know what? I do think
stairs.
that's a nice thing.
it's weird. It's something we take for granted because we're in the like. The
Are
big
those
people
stairs
world all the
granite?
time. That's like the first joke I've ever heard you tell.
That's because you don't listen.
That's another good joke. I'm gonna get in real close and whisper, "I'm always listening," and like just leave the conversation completely.
whoa, what the?
Once you go all the way to the other side of the cart,
Yeah, I walk to the other side of the cart and just purposely don't look at Hatala for the next like 5 to 20 minutes.
Okay.
All right. Anyways, after a full day of riding, the next morning, right after y'all finished having another snack, the donkeys stop. And you're in a area that looks like multiple tunnels come into this area, and there are multiple teams of donkeys and carts in the area. There's a lot of activity, and people are coming and going. And you probably see several hundred dwarves walking around, mostly in full armor.
Oh my god.
We'll make sure to grab some of the snacks before we leave, and toss some to Atala, and then go to feed the donkey as like a thank you to the donkey for carrying us this far.
Just don't feed it the goldfish.
Every single dwarf in the area is giving sideways glances as y'all approach.
What? Because we fed the donkey?
Oh, because
No,
they
because
don't
we
let
have all
people. They don't let people down here, man.
Call people.
Oh. I thought they didn't like donkeys or something. Or they like, don't feed the donkeys. They're on
The
special diet.
captain's like, "Come on,
Bad
let's go."
farts. Oh, okay.
The chief's waiting.
Cheese?
He said chief.
Hayden, best
Oh.
behavior.
Oh.
Best. Wait, where's
Who's
Archibald?
He called me my name.
Where's the Duke?
Who's
Poke it,
said-
Payden?
Archibald. Poke it.
Did I say
Who's
Hayden?
Payden?
Arch dude.
Yes.
My bad. Nita. Whatever. Where's the arch?
Both
Duke?
of you.
He's on your shoulder?
Dude, I bribed him with
Put
some
the cracker
snacks
in
as
your
soon as
mouth
I
you're
found out.
talking.
Yeah, as soon as I found out there were snacks, I started feeding him and didn't have to deal with not talking anymore. It was, we got.
No, the second you were talking and wouldn't be quiet, Archie shoved crackers in your mouth.
Oh. So we
So-
got a Polly got a cracker situation.
It's a reverse polygon cracker situation.
Iago from Aladdin situation.
Polly want a cracker? Polly want a cracker?
Polly needs water.
Finally, they take you to a large chamber where there is a iron railing type thing that's about 6 feet tall. And the railing, on the other side of the railing is a bunch of guards, and a person comes in, walks up, and everyone like bows to him.
Should we
Give a-
bow too?
Yeah, I go ahead and do a bow.
All right. Hey, I'm gonna like nudge Winky. Hey, look, Core's bowing. Let's bow. And bow.
I imagine you would
Yeah.
know automatically.
Well, I mean,
to
yeah,
Worf.
but I take my social cues from you.
Ah.
This is my clan. This is my collective. You are the social leader, so we follow your. We saw
I
your.
take a deep breath and I curtsy.
Eat up Snickers.
I go to bow and then I fall on my face.
Beautiful.
Click clang.
I'll help him back up real quick.
The chief is just sitting there.
That armor's really heavy.
And the captain, you see him on the other side of the bars walking up to the chief. And he whispers, "All right, fine, let's get this over with. Apparently the first outsiders brought into the chamber, and you're falling all over yourselves.
No, just the gnome. It's just kind of off balance. This
Very
hammer.
top heavy.
Yeah.
My name is Chief Azerite Shellhammer, leader of this clan.
Hammer?
Right, shell hammer.
Hey, he's
Who
got a
is
hammer
everybody
too.
speaking with, and how do you know of our brethren?"
We've seen it with our own eyes.
I'll do introduction for us all. I'll give us all the appropriate names for each person. First and last name.
Formal greeting.
Yes, formal greetings. I'm Quarter Valsan. This is Akar Mola story. Winky Dink. I don't remember everyone else's last names.
Go for it. You got to keep going now.
Mine's
Come
easy.
on, buddy.
It's my
Come
real
on.
name backwards.
Edip Rebarb.
Yeah, there you go.
Dang it.
I know the rest of them.
I don't think I've ever actually said my last name to you guys.
You've got it put into stuff though.
Yeah.
But it's not supposed to be known.
Oh, so you don't know her last name,
Oh.
and it's okay.
I don't.
And Eve.
I've never introduced her.
Eve.
Eve of the
Eve.
Isle of
Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's
Eva
what you're doing.
Stan.
whatever the Isle was.
The Isle of Demon Takeovereth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Itala?
Atalas.
That's the
He
last
doesn't
one.
remember.
Puck.
Oh, somebody gave him a hint. Pretty big hint.
The
Uh-huh.
name.
I'll be here all night.
Even though he said it.
Is Puck your last name? Hatala Puck?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
And Hatala Puck.
And again,
Hey.
how do you know of our brethren?
We've seen it with our own eyes. We were there.
We've been fighting and researching the Quel'Ath. They have returned. Part of that has taken us to Barzul. We found in Barzul the Chaos Gate had been tampered with by the Kaminoans in the battle and caused the calamity that is known as the Deadlands. We bring you this information, and I'll kind of go in depth on what all transpired there, and we were hoping to share information concerning the Quel'Ath and how to stop them, concerning the gates, potentially the tablets, or even the Nathalium, the Great Library.
The Great Library and the shipment is what you're primarily after.
Okay.
Shipment from the dwarven kingdoms of old came up to this fortress to be guarded.
Yes, tell us of the great airships.
You said ship, man. You said ship.
Shipped through gates, not through
Oh, okay.
actual
Okay.
travel.
Alright, so you said shipment and the library was the two main things, or the...
Yes.
Okay.
Because remember, the Kaminoans stole the library from the dwarves.
Well, I imagine I probably would have offered all that information up just to try to see what all they could help us with.
How can you prove that the gate was repaired?
The Deadland is no longer dead. The
Didn't
depth...
we note down what the drawings and runes were?
Yes, you did.
I present that.
Okay, good, because I was about
Someone
to present.
brings the drawing to the chief, and he's like, "You speak the truth, and you claim the Deadlands has been purified?"
Yes, though there is probably
Sealed?
army of some sort.
He immediately turns around and starts giving commands, and you can hear the sound of dwarves moving in the distance. All right. And you seek information on some shipment that was supposedly sent here for safeguarding. I believe I know of the shipment you speak, and I will assist you, but it is my shame to answer you.
Thank you for your sharing.
Long ago, a shipment of some cursed item was sent here to be kept apart from its cursed counterparts. I do not know much about it, but I do know that the Quel'Ath were involved in it.
Oh.
my god!
What the heck?
It came to our fortress, and it was put in our vault, but then the Kaminoans attacked. They made us a deal. If we give them the shipment, they would leave the fortress alone, and they knew not of our gate here. And our duty was to keep the gate safe from all. We were not going to allow that gate to fall into the hands of the liches. No telling what evil they could do with something of that power, and we believed the item to be a useless cursed artifact. The Kaminoan king, the Lich King, came and took the tablet himself, for it was a tablet that was seen. And he took it back to his home fortress in the Eastlands.
Is that the Blasted Lands that we know of now?
Yes, it's the place that no one can go because it's way too dangerous.
Took the tablet. Okay.
Why they take the tablet there?
That's where the Kaminoans lived. The reason it's a dangerous place is because all of nature revolted against all mortal beings and killed everything there to get rid of the Kaminoans.
Oh.
Ooh.
It's in the
Because of what
books
they
that
brought.
Kor's
Yes,
been reading.
the great dragon
fall
flight
of
led by
Kaminoan
Bahamut
Empire.
himself.
Bahamut.
It was a combination of natures, monsters, and the gods all got together to wipe the Kiminoans off the earth.
It's crazy.
And that's why the only two fortresses left were the Kiminoan fortress that was sieging the dwarves that y'all went to, and the Kiminoan fortress down south of the tree.
Briar.
Those are the only two places the Kiminoans still had after everything was destroyed.
Briar.
And it's presumed that the Lich that escaped from the fortress in the Deadlands is heading towards the Eastlands to their homeland.
Is this the same location that Wilhelm was flying to?
He was heading west over the ocean.
Do we know that the world is round, or is the world round, or do we
No one's
not
traveled
know?
far enough to know that.
Okay.
It's flat. What are you talking about?
The presumption for
the other side of the
Wilhelm is he was heading towards the ancient kingdom. Because everyone knows that they came from somewhere to the west across the ocean.
But this is the opposite direction that the tablet was
Correct.
taking.
The opposite
Yes.
direction.
East is opposite of west.
Until you keep going.
Looking at the map here, you remember the big lake near our starting area? Oh, the little... I can't point in things here. Oh, there it goes.
Oh, I don't see anything.
I can't point.
This place like
Just hold down the right mouse button for like 5 seconds. It doesn't automatically drag us all. Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah, that's not working.
I'm
It used to be if I held shift and clicked it, it would do that. I can do regular, but I can't do the one that brings everyone's attention here. Anyways,
Oh,
this
wait.
lake is the debarkation. Everything east of that is destroyed and dangerous to everyone. For some reason, none of that calamity will cross the rivers or the lake. So I do not know where this tablet has gone to. But someone comes forth and brings a metallic scroll. And they hand that to you. I can go ahead and give you this. This is an etching we made from it.
Thank you.
As to the library, we have our key, but we will not give it to you. We can tell you the Kiminoans and their fortresses all had keys. So you will need to find the key in a Kiminoan fortress.
Okay, go back to the Deadland.
Y'all went through that fortress and didn't find it.
Yeah, so I assume the king probably took it with him.
It sounds like we gotta go east until the land that nobody goes.
Or we can go to the Brigand Mire where the ancient black dragon is and die.
I think we should
I
go to the
choose
east.
East.
Okay.
I think we should take our
more
look.
dangerous than the Black Dragon.
I choose nothing.
Black Dragon!
We go over the
I
ocean.
Squirrels to beat up so that we can
I
get stronger.
choose. Give
Because
up
remember,
and go live
there
on a
have
farm.
been things building up at the Brigand Mire. The fortress down there is where y'all are going to have to go eventually.
Ooh.
That's why y'all been making allies and friends and things like that.
We have friends.
We have lots of friends, dude.
You have the ability to call a giant dragon-eating spider once.
Oh yeah, there's just one black dragon.
And don't
Mhm.
forget, we got Silver, and then we got some demons, and then we got that guy that likes to mess with our head. He talks to us. We got a lot of friends all over the place.
Yes.
If I may, I would like to thank you for your services here guarding this gate. If it is anything like the one that we found broken and failing in the Deathlands, your services are needed and appreciated.
Yes, each of the gates are different. They go to a different location. It seems multiple realities collide with our own. And in certain spots, gateways just naturally open. And someone in the long ago past managed to create gateways to close that. We don't know who made them still. But we do know that we found them, several of them, and our clans have been devoted to guarding them since we found them. I can tell you, you will have to be careful in the library. It is not without hazards. We do not even go there anymore. We don't know what the Kiminoans did, but the library has its own defense, you could call it. And somehow, since the Kiminoans took it over, it's too dangerous for even us to go in. And it is not our mission, and there's no one for us to talk to through there anymore, so we don't try.
Unfortunate.
Are there
Seems like
other
a lot of knowledge
Kaminoans?
lost.
Sorry, say that again.
Other Kiminoans.
I was letting a car finish his sentence.
Oh, I figured he was talking about what you were asking.
Are you done? Okay. Are there other Kaminoans that are alive? Actually
It's possible. Well, most Kiminoans probably at this point would be undead. It was considered one of their greatest things to turn into a lich. It's apparently a shortcoming of their people to always grasp for power. But is there anything else I can give you? You have given us great amounts of information and hope.
I think
Anything you think would assist on our journey? I mean, you know our trials ahead of us better than we do.
Requests to defeat and stop Queleth from coming through and destroying this world. Is there power? Is there information that you have that would help us in that?
We cannot help you with the Quel'Thalas because we were not part of their combat. Up here in the north, frozen and isolated as we were, they never incurred here. We do know of their incursions in the other parts of the world. Our other brethren dealt with them more, but never here.
Is there anything that we might use if we encounter your brethren to gain their trust in order to have a conversation with them?
We are the only ones left. Their sister clan was the one in the Deadlands.
Okay.
Do you know of
Yeah, I would've known
anything of the Fire Scar?
The Fire Scar? Yes, that's where the tablet came from.
Okay. That was... okay. So the dwarven fortress that we heard of that had the tablet from there was this location.
Fortress.
Yes, we were given the fortress. We were given that after it was shipped down to, I believe you call it the Lonely Mountain?
Yes.
That we were pretty sure of.
Lonely Mountain, by the way, is...
That was from what I understand at the time period, that was a area where all dwarves stored dangerous things before routing them to different parts of the world to keep them separated and apart from the world. Most dwarven fortresses have vaults for securing dangerous artifacts.
Did we find a vault in the other dwarven fortress?
We did not, because it was partially leveled from fighting with the Kiminoans.
That's what I was
It's
thinking.
presumed that they cracked it and took what was inside.
Do you know what was held in your sister clan's vault? Because we believe that
So the
what was there
Titans,
is missing.
mostly,
I think we...
almost all of our fortresses have some of those.
take the moment to kind of fill him in on the Lonely Mountain and the status of the undead that were protecting it, how it fell, and turned into a volcano.
Hmm.
But how Anturkum is also looking into it.
And that there's an airship flying around.
But I call dibs.
In days of old, airships were common.
We need to find a time machine.
Do you think we could get access to the library? Or do we? I guess you.
They told us they wouldn't give us their.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
Yeah.
I would.
Your only chance to get a key is he knows there's one down in Bergenmeyer.
Right.
I don't have any more questions. I can't think of
Yeah, I
anything.
think we're.
Do y'all seek the artifacts of the Titans as well?
We do.
A couple old dwarves come forward and he discusses with them separately for a few minutes, and then one of them goes toddling off.
Where'd he
I was
go?
just kind of running through like past memories and stuff, and I just remembered that Akar is married to a Fey Dryad.
What? Forgot about what? When did we? Oh, is that way down in the south, the Southern Kingdom?
When we had that whole like day started over thing.
Yeah,
In the north?
he got married.
Yeah, he made like I don't know, like. Let's see.
Wow,
You
you're
either got
remembering
married or
something that I don't
engaged.
remember. I don't even remember that.
How do you not remember
While
your
sitting
own wife?
there, a wagon approaches.
Oh my god.
Do any of us feel any pull?
Core, you and Akar both fill a pull.
Want to tap?
Is it a
tap
car
Core
or a
on-
wagon?
Want to tap Core on the shoulder, like, hey, I feel
Yeah.
something over there.
I do
You
too.
too?
Yeah.
Oh man. I
Good.
know what it is. Well, I have a feeling what it is. But yeah,
Mhm.
I'm all right. I'm standing my ground. I'm getting better at this. I
Hey,
think I have so many
focus.
stones in me right now. I'm not like I guess hungry for them. I know it's weird.
Well, let's go check it out.
It's kind of a weird feeling.
The wagon comes around the foot railing and up to y'all, and the guards are like kind of stepping away from the wagon, and the old man gets down and is like, "You're aware these are dangerous,
I
We
wanna
we do.
look at the
Very.
wagon.
harmful to the touch."
Wagons?
Yes.
No, not the wagon, silly.
I want to see what's in there. Well,
He removes a blanket that's covering it, and inside are two large pieces of Fire Titan, one small piece of Fire Titan, a fairly large chunk of Water Titan,
Ooh.
and a piece of Death Titan, and a piece of Life Titan.
I saw you waiting. I could see it. You're waiting for the end.
Trying to be
big is
respectful
piece
of
of
my
Life
sound
Titan?
effects. Can we absorb these now, or should we wait until they're not looking?
I said. they were
I'd
fun.
like to. Well,
I like
I'd like to
that
ask.
life.
I don't. Going with the car here. Car, do you sense any Quel'The taint to any of these?
Well, they're all very pure. The Deathstone looks pretty black to me. It's not doesn't have that Quel'The gray color, but for some reason, the Light Titan piece is. I feel
Life.
a stronger pull there than I do with the Deathstone.
I'm gonna poke the Life Titan piece.
Just bear with me here for a second. I want to touch this. See what happens.
It corrupts it, and then.
Because I already have.
Oh no!
I already have light in me, so maybe I don't know. I'll touch the Light Titan piece first.
Okay. And it is drawn into you just like the Death Stones.
Well, that's new.
You got a new eye now?
That's the sound effect I need to get.
Yeah.
Chest opening.
That's new. Wow. I've never. I guess this is actually
You
one of
don't
the
feel
first.
any different when it happens.
This is one of the first Light Titan pieces that I've seen.
And we have
And
some
then
in the
Well, after my transformation, so to speak, I think this is the first time it's come.
This is the first time he's encountered one since he absorbed the Death Titan Stone.
what was in Orm where the magma titan was. There were pools that were glowing. I thought those were life pools.
There was some life, some death. That's where Nita got his life powers.
Okay.
But again, that was back before Carr learned how to absorb stones.
Mm.
And then I'm gonna touch the Death Stone as well.
All right, the Death Stone is another fairly large chunk, and you absorb it, and you can feel that one on you.
Does the eye like roll back in his chest? Yes.
Doesn't have any.
Oh, sorry.
I pulled the ring off and what do I see? Nothing.
Now more of a face.
Oh, it's a face.
What?
Hey,
Hey,
Nita,
you're
come
growing
here,
a
look at this.
chest.
Come here, look at this, Nita. Look at this. It's a whole face.
Whoa. How many features of a face? Does it have like a chin?
You wanna?
Like,
It's basically the forehead to the eyes. It's almost looking like a Punisher face, but not quite. You know, that kind of
Like
face.
pushing out of his chest.
that's weird, bro.
Keep doing it, mate. Maybe you have a baby, like chest baby.
I'll do the same with the
Like
fire
Modok head in
stones.
your chest.
Okay.
Make it weird, bro.
You absorb the Firestones, and your gauntlet is now, you can feel it up past your elbow.
Okay.
Can you like activate it and show us? Like,
Well, I don't want to try setting it off or anything with our in the current
yeah,
company.
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
want
never
to
mind,
cause an
never mind,
incident.
never mind.
It may
We
seem
good, we
like
good, we
as
good.
a hostile act. Yes, I agree with you. Yeah.
All that's left is the giant chunk of Water Titan.
I'm gonna poke it.
With what? Your
My
finger?
finger.
Wait, you're poking
Wait.
it?
Yeah, I'm poking it. The climax is in there.
Sorry, it was over 5 seconds. I couldn't get it all in there.
We'll play the don't one.
That's up to whoever hits that button.
I'm gonna do it.
Oh, we're having
Anyways, as Winky pokes the section of Water Titan, it's like it recoils away from him and then lashes out, wrapping itself around his wrist, burning through his armor and grabbing his hand. His
Aw,
arm.
That looks painful.
I'm fine,
Good.
I think.
Nita, do you have water? Can you absorb it?
It is not taking the shape your armor took, but your armor is now, that section of armor is now actually Water Titan stone.
Oh,
Wow.
Cool.
does it still stay armor though? Like my armor?
It looks exactly like your armor, except for it's made of Water Titan stone. and it does cause a bit of pain every time you move, though.
Oh, I could deal with it.
Would like to take a moment to just say, maybe we're being selfish. We haven't even given Eve the opportunity.
I want
Yeah.
this.
Here, you want to touch one of these?
You haven't
rocks?
even come
I'm
close
good.
to the cart yet.
No, I'm good.
I think the cart's empty.
Is there
I think
anything left
Eve is
for
the
me?
only one who has decided, like, I'm not touching any of these blasted things.
Why not? You get all these cool powers.
Atala, you.
I already have cool power.
Hmm.
Yep. All right, and we're going to stop right there.
No.
Where's my pencil? Hold on a second.
No, God.
As bad as I can't remember what the mystery box is.
You could play it if you hit the little. If you
Oh.
go to hover it and you hit the little
Preview.
yeah.
Oh yeah. I've already revealed that one, so I need to change the name on it.
Yeah.
All right. Tonight, Atala, you get the Good Role Playing Award. You get 50 bonus experience and an extra hero point.
Yay.
And then Core's just going to get some bonus experience for role playing well.
Yay. Alrighty. All good?
All right.
Alright. Well, thank you for tuning in to our episode of Troubleshooting Forge, mixed in with a little bit of story. Until next time. Guys.
I did not have such relations with that werewolf.
Bye.
Alright. I'm in my sunglasses at night. I've been wearing them for like the last 10 minutes and nobody said anything. I started out with one pair and nobody said anything and I added another pair. I've been like stacking stuff on the frames.
There's a guy at the gas station that had his pair of sunglasses with a third one on the top.
I like that. It's good. I like funky sunglasses. Alright. Noticed about halfway through I just didn't say anything. Well, that was the thing is I saw you caught it and I was like, alright, I got one person to acknowledge it. Everybody else is just like, what's funny is everyone is like intently staring or reading whatever they're doing and not looking up at all.